Warriors! What's up, everybody? How we doing? Oh, you can't hear me? Let's see here. You guys hear me? Yeah, check. Let's see. Yeah, you can hear me? Marvin. Donnie, you can hear me? Good. I'm gonna be right back in 2 seconds, guys. I can run the bathroom and touch it. I'll be right back. Guys.
No, Marvin, can't hear you. Let's see. Yeah, you got no microphone option on there. That's weird. Is there something on there that says connect to audio by internet? When you sign in, there should be a box that says connect to audio. Weird. Okay.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Been coaching all morning. Sorry about the workout this morning too, man. That was crazy.
Nah, we worked it out.
We work out. Cool.
we found a way to get it going. We did a share screen and we got the video near. We got Kevin's text, and the audio came on right after I sent you the text, so we could hear you.
I need my glasses on again. Hello? Yeah. Awesome. I got it working.
I'm muted. That's why. Now you guys can hear me, right? Okay. I was muted the whole time. Like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, Warriors. Let's see. What is 9:18? Marvin, you're good? Can you hear me? Marvin? No? Huh. What's going on? Let's see here. So everybody can hear. Did you connect your audio? Let's see. Give me 1 second. You connect. Check. I'm sending a message to Marvin. Check your volume, and make sure it's not on mute. All right, we got Daniel joining. We got a few other people joining here. April, can you hear me? Okay. Cool. Awesome. I'm worried about Marvin. He can't hear me. Daniel's good. I'm trying. Okay, Marvin. Cool. I can do sign language. Setting some up. Let's see. There might be a Marvin. There might be. There we go. Marvin's connected now. Here he comes. Oh, and there's Marvin.
There we go. Yay. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the patience.
No worries, Warriors. We don't give up, man.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy.
Appreciate you, man. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We got Bobby joining right now. Let me mute everybody. All right.
I got my ledger today.
That's awesome. We got Bobby D jumping on. All right, Warriors, I'm going to go ahead and get the call started. So those watching in the future, this call is being recorded. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, you can eventually hold it in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. You're going to hear me often repeat the same things over and over and over and over again, because that's what they've been doing to us since we were itty bitty babies. And that's why we live in the world that we live in right now. So in order to change your world, you have to change your thoughts. And once you change your thoughts, it changes your vibration. And once you change your vibration, you can change the world around you. So that's how I went from 15 years ago, suffering from a drug addiction, massive opiate addiction, attempting suicide on December 18, 2006, to where I'm at today. We have over we're going to have a $1 million company this year. And personally, I will be able to go over 7 figures. People like to hear the facts, figures, numbers, logic. So people like that stuff, right? Hear the numbers. I don't say that stuff to brag. What I tell you is it's absolutely possible. A year and a half ago, I had lost all my money once again, but through belief, action, and discipline, I was able to pull my life back to where I'm at today. So what you're going to be learning in this academy is not just cryptocurrency. 98% of people are coming in for cryptocurrency. This is a mindset first fitness company, crypto company. If I had to put them in order of importance of what I enjoy coaching, to be honest with you, is mindset, crypto, fitness. But they're all equally the same. Now, why is that? Because when your gut is sound, when your mind is sound, and your body is fluid, you're going to make better decisions and investments. So what we're working to do is to help you in your overall life in general, right? So now there's 2 types of people that come in here. They come in here for mindset and fitness or crypto. And so the thing is, we're going to encourage you. I'm going to have Johnny speak in just a moment. We're going to encourage you, and I'm going to give you a tour of the whole website and share with you how to get your best experience out of here. But we're both going to really encourage you to get into the 120-day challenge. The reason why is we take you step by step, day by day, through disciplined activities that are going to completely change your life. And that's the reason why I was able to lose my money 3 times and then finally self-reflect on why I kept losing my money. It's because of the disciplined activities that I do on a daily basis, the meditation, the breathing, the exercise, the fasting, and teaching my mind and body to respond differently than other people. So anytime mistakes happen, I take responsibility for them and I'm able to react. Okay, so the 3rd time I finally figured out there was something wrong with my brain. I grew up in not poverty. We were a middle-class family, but we grew up in a impoverished type of mindset. It was like, money doesn't grow on trees. And I would think, well, yeah, it does. Trees are paper, right? But so my brain worked different as a kid. And my parents were always just like, oh, don't, I would, ask for a toy. We can't afford that. I never tell my children we can't afford that. What I say to them in this moment in time, it's not in our paradigm, but we're working towards buying that. So we change our frame of mind by the way that we speak and the people that we're around. And so I'm going to get off my soapbox for just a moment. I want to introduce you to Johnny Canuck, who is Mike. His actual name is Mike. But we have key people within our academy, which I'm going to show you. A lot of them are traveling right now. That are going to help you through your journey. So this is a self-paced program, but you can see we're all about personal connection. We do have 1,300 warriors coming up on 1,400 warriors we'll hit today, but we make it feel like you're the only person that exists by bringing us all together as one community. I feel like this community alone could change the world. Now there's the 1% of the population right now owns 97% of the wealth. They don't want 50% of the population owning 97% of the wealth, but I believe that we can do that through working together as one community to become the uncommon 1%. All right, Johnny, the floor is yours.
So I'm Mike. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. And I start this every week by thanking Coach JV for the opportunity that he's given me. Someone said to me, asked me an interesting question. They said, you do a lot in the academy. Does Coach JV pay you? And I laughed and I said, yeah, he does actually, because 1 year ago today to now, every aspect of my life has tripled in quality. For a small fee I pay to be a member of the Warrior Academy, every aspect, financial, relationships, peace of mind, has absolutely tripled. So the quality that you're going to get is phenomenal. Thinking about you guys coming in the academy, it was different when I started because there wasn't as much involved in it, right? for me, when I first started, it was basically work out and follow your nutrition plan and do your recap, 3 things. I want to tell you what I do because it'd be helpful for you guys coming in. Sunday night, I sit down and I treat it like a job. I get out my calendar. I say, okay, this week, fitness, doing the workouts is essential. Nutrition plan is a central thing to it. And then I plan out my week. Am I going to do the crypto call? Am I going to do the analysis with Selman? And plan out what you're going to do and focus on the areas that you want to focus on. You want to do mindset one week, crypto the next week. People who get confused, I think, I'm getting the impression they jump all around and try to do it all at once. It's not going to work. Go in with a game plan and plan out your day. So I have a work calendar and then I've got a warrior calendar. So my warrior calendar says, okay, I have to be at this call. I have a one-on-one call. I'm doing Ho'oponopono on my own for my meditation. It works really well for me. There's so much information and so much quality you're going to get out. You have to be focused. And we have weekly check-ins on Wednesday by Zoom. The link's in the event section. John will talk about that when he takes you through Mighty Networks. And then Saturday, and if you're around after this call, there's a warrior call on basically how to do the academy properly, which might be valuable to a lot of you because people who've been in it for a while are getting lost with all the new information. So we're going to kind of teach some strategies, and John's going to be involved in that call for a few minutes as well. You have such a great opportunity, and I encourage you guys to reach out to the community, get involved in the warrior chats and the warrior Zooms. That was really critical for me in taking off. And every morning when John does the workout on YouTube, we have a group of us on the same link you're on, well, the same link in the event section. We do the workouts together. So you see the same people doing the workouts every day, meet people from all over the world. And what failed for me in workout programs before is it never worked on my own. I get my membership on January 1st. By January 10th, it was sitting on my counter and I never went to the local gym. This program, I lost I'm up to 50 pounds now, roughly. Make a commitment to yourself. And this isn't like arrogance or anything, but when I first started, I said, okay, John says, most people can't do it. I'm like, I'm not going to miss a live workout once. So this is my second time through, and I'm on day 230. If you count the 120 and the 120 for 240, I'm at 230. I've missed 0 live workouts. I've never missed a live workout since I've been in the academy. And John will teach you how to build the habits and move forward, and you can do it. Just follow the academy as best of your abilities. And he's put together a phenomenal program. Don't try to do it your own way. Stick with it and follow the advice of people who've been there. So always here to reach out if anyone has any questions.
Yes, thank you, Mike. He goes by Johnny Canuck in the academy. So Johnny Canuck's a Canadian hockey team, right? Canadian hockey team. Awesome. So Johnny's a key person to plug yourself into. He'll get you plugged in the right communities. And I'm going to share with you guys a tour of the actual academy first, but I want to share with you guys my mission in life and my mission for this company. And it's our company. This is not yes, I'm the CEO of the Warrior Academy, but I do not see it that way. I see it as one ecosystem, and every single person, whether they come or stay into this academy, is just equally as important as every single other person. As I tell you guys, I believe in God. I follow the life of Jesus as close as humanly possible. I'm non-religious. I love every single religion. There's no separation for me. So you come as you are, and we're going to support you as you are, right? But what we don't support is mediocrity. We want to be the best at who we are. And what I mean by that is I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to build generational wealth for your family. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about spiritually, mentally, physically. Let's be the people who leave a dent in this universe, who literally change the timeline of our generations. Do you realize that we have the opportunity of a lifetime to shift the generation? I'm going to repeat that. We have an opportunity of a lifetime to shift the generation. There's never been an opportunity like this. That's why I'm so strict on the 120-day challenge, because as you go through this 120-day challenge, you're going to do habits. You're going to stack habits. By the time you're done, you're going to be doing things you thought were not possible. You're going to feel like Superwoman, Superman, and you're going to be able to think differently. You're going to save differently. You're going to react differently to situations. You're going to start moving up in your companies. You're going to start to maybe become an entrepreneur, and you're going to find your true self through the academy. So I really, really want to hone in on that. Now let's take a tour and show you how to best get the use out of this academy. As I always say this because we don't strive for perfection here. We strive to hit our goals. Okay. If you're striving for perfection, you're always going to fail. This is one thing that was killing me before. And this program failed 5 times. Just so you guys know, I'm very honest with you guys. It failed 5 times because I was striving for perfection. And I missed it. I missed the mark. Basically, we're not striving for perfection. We're striving to build the strongest community in history, right? But what we do is through our community, we take feedback, and that's how this whole program is built into this Mighty Networks. So the Mighty Networks here, what you got access to is basically a social media page, right? So this is where you're gonna see people interacting, just like a Facebook page, right? You see Michael right here, he's on day 33, he's posting stuff, motivating, inspiring each other. We got, like this is basically a nightly recap you're gonna see. It's all self-directed, it shows you exactly what to do within the system. But this part, the home page is like a Facebook page, right? So it's our social media page. You'll see a little message button up here. This is the best place to contact me. You're gonna have a Discord as well, a crypto Discord. So let me pause and talk about the crypto Discord for just a moment. The crypto Discord is over 1,000 people in this Discord supporting and helping each other in the crypto space, right? It's more just for cryptocurrency. And you're gonna have Selman, who is our technical analysis guy. He's gonna be doing live meetings in there, teaching you how to leverage trade, technical analysis, answering questions. And so that's going to be heavy crypto in there. This is more of our community and support and leadership. Okay. So if you come in here, you got the discovery page, which would be, this is all on the left-hand side. My apologies, it goes a little bit slow when I'm on the Zoom. On the discovery page, it reminds me of the old MySpace, right? So the MySpace, you guys remember that? You had your favorite song that came on, everything was on the front page, and we had Tom, right? So we have the top post here. So basically imagine everything in a snapshot. The topics. I want to pause for a moment and I'm going to show you the topics section in just a moment. But topics, this number right here is really important. You don't have to write it down. It's in the academy. If you need to cancel your relationship with us, and we call it a relationship because in a relationship, there must be a mutual value exchange. We are not going to take your money if it's not working for you. So if something is not working or if it's not what you thought, or it's not up to your standards and your paradigm right now, we will refund your money. And we'll do it with no questions asked. We will stop our relationship, right? So we don't want you to have to look for the Wizard of Oz, go down the yellow brick road and try to find the magic person to cancel your membership or change something. So we developed a 1-800 number. So this comes to me and the customer service team. And we have a team, and I'm going to introduce you to the team in just a moment. So all you have to do is text a number. So if you cancel your Mighty Networks here, it doesn't cancel your relationship with us. You need to text this number. We wanted to make sure you had somebody you could reach out to. Now, what this is not for is crypto questions, mindset questions. You leverage people like Johnny, me, and I'll show you the whole host group within the academy. This is for canceling, asking questions about your membership, changing your card, any personal information as well, okay? You have featured posts, you have your upcoming events, you have your top courses. So basically this is everything in a snapshot. So the key is, right, the community. So I want to show you the key members within our community. So if you're on a desktop or like a tablet, you'll see a section called host. Now, these are the key people. Every single person, to include Kevin, have gone through the Warrior Academy. So Kevin is my business partner. We're both business partners here. Eventually, we'll put our CFO in there. You'll meet Jeremy. So Kevin and I own the business. You have May, who's the head of customer service. So she runs a customer service team. So you got a text from her when you join the academy. Heidi's a project manager. She is here local, and I'll explain her and Betsy's role in just a moment when I get to Betsy. We have our media team. You have Josh and Dustin. So you see all the beautiful thumbnails, the videos and all that stuff. They do all the stuff. So they would be more behind the scenes type stuff. Selman is a key player within our community. He is technical analysis. He's going to school for technical analysis, and any crypto courses we pay for him to go through to learn and grow. So we're constantly learning. We're constantly growing in the crypto space. Then we have some inspirational coaches. We got Melissa, an inspirational coach. You guys met Johnny. We call him the captain. He's the leader that brings people together. He'll plug you into different groups that fit your needs to help you stay motivated. We got Coach Fig. She's a badass. She's a motivational coach. So I talked about Heidi, and then you have Betsy, which they were both the project managers. For example, I'll give you an example of their role. They're more behind the scenes. We launched our in-person event that's coming up. So they're doing all the details of that, you know, hotels, the academy members flying down, all the detailed stuff, helping us get organized, tax stuff, just things like that, just organized stuff that I'm not good at. We have Lacey, who's a motivational support, loyal lamb. Jackie was a nutrition and fitness coach here, but she's getting really into leverage trading. So her and Selman are working to get into leverage trading. And then bi-monthly, we have a yoga instructor that comes live to give you guys yoga classes. So that's pretty cool. Topics. These are all the different topics. We got our customer service line right there. Tools needed for the academy, which you're here, so you have that. If you miss a live workout, you click right here. Hundreds of live workouts for you. I have a podcast. You guys know I'm unhinged. It's just me unhinged, talking openly for about 8 to 12 minutes, motivation, crypto talk, and you have all these events here. Now, why a lot of people come in is for cryptocurrency. So I want to break this down, but let's first jump into the 120-day challenge. Now, your 120-day challenge is just that. It takes you step by step, day by day. But I want to share a couple things. If you fall off 2 weeks in, you don't have to start all the way back over, but if you feel like you need to, you can. So it's an evolving program. So if you fall off on day 5, you're like, I want to restart, then just go back to day 1. There's no problem with that. Once you start, it's not like you have to jump out of the program. I've had people come and cancel and they're like, oh, I fell out of the program on day 5, I messed up. And I'm like, no, just get back on the horse. In life, what we do is when we fall off the horse, we wait till Monday or we wait till January 2022. You get right back on the horse. You have a bad meal, boom. Make the next meal great, right? You make a mistake, just don't make the mistake the next time. Don't sulk over it. Forgive yourself and move on. Now, that's a powerful part of this program. We do Ho'oponopono every single night. It's a powerful, ancient forgiveness activity to move yourself back into present moment. So within the 120-day challenge, you're going to have an accountability calendar, a nutrition guide. I might be biased, but this is what Johnny was talking about. This is my favorite part. So on day 8, you're actually going to build out a vision for your life. It could be crypto, it could be relationship, it could be mindset, it could be fitness, it could be, trying to figure things out. But this book is basically how I lived my life and how I went from being a drug addict 15 years ago, committing suicide, to building myself up to, a 7-figure business owner and where I'm at today, and being able to lose my money 3 times and build my way back up. Now, why would I tell you guys that? Why would I be super honest about that? Because there's so much bullshit out there and lack of authenticity. I'm going completely opposite. When I make a mistake, I'm going to tell you guys and I'm going to teach you what I did so you can learn from it. For example, I'm a business owner. I have a massive tax bill this year. And everybody's like, is it capital gains? It has nothing to do with capital. I didn't do my taxes right for self-employment taxes. So once I get that taken care of, I'm going to explain to you guys what I did wrong. And I'm going to explain to you guys what I did to fix it so that when you become an entrepreneur, an LLC, you can know what to do and how not to end up in that position. So we learn by each other's mistakes. Instead of hiding from mistakes, I'm very open and honest with you guys. That's how I'm building this massive portfolio, because I learn from my mistakes, I teach. I learn, I teach, okay? So this is You Must Believe Way of Life book. You get to print it out. You can recommend a 3-ring binder, and you can keep printing it out for all aspects of your life, okay? Then you just go step by step. You're gonna go through here. Now you're gonna go through 6 weeks. And basically, it's going to start to transition into the real warrior program. That's where you have fasting protocols. And that transitions you all the way into the warrior at the end, okay? Let's see here. Then we got crypto courses. A lot of you guys are coming in for crypto to learn crypto. Now, there's 2 ways to look at crypto: technical analysis and then on-chain analysis. So we teach you both, right? Technical analysis, every Friday we have a crypto call with Selman. He's teaching technical analysis. Then you have on-chain analysis. It's really deep diving into cryptocurrencies, okay? So a lot of people are coming in to get ripped and rich in the crypto space, right? We want to teach you the game. I'm telling you, warriors, if you really dive into the Zoom calls, you dive into these courses, you're going to be a small percentage of the population, because what everybody's doing is they're getting into Dogecoin. I made a couple $100 and they think they're a crypto investor. We're going to teach you how to be a fundamental investor so that you can build a generational wealth building portfolio. So you won't be just over broke anymore. So you can save money. So you can go on vacation with your family without piling onto your credit card. So you can start to build that generational wealth. You can build that freedom so you can do what you want with your life instead of being trapped in a job. We're going to teach you the game so you can't be played, right? So you want to learn these things. These are self-paced courses. The 120-day challenge, you start and you go through 120 days. These are all self-paced. One of the reasons why people come on heavily is for our exit strategy. One thing I do want to tell you guys is I would practice with this sheet, and then we have another sheet coming out next Friday, so just a week from now. It's a very detailed exit strategy. I don't know if it'll pull up when I click it here. I don't know, because when I'm on my, so it looks really complex, but we made it super simple, right? So what I'm really good at is surrounding myself with people that are much greater than me. So I never claim to be the smartest guy, but what I'm really good at is surrounding myself with people that are way better than me. And so we have people that are engineers within our academy. We've built out these exit strategies for you guys because you have to have an exit plan, because what goes up must come crashing back down, right? It's just the way the manipulation works. So when you have a strict plan, you are going to make money in this market. If you don't have a plan, you're going to come sliding down the black end. You're going to be like everybody else, blaming everybody that the market crashed, right? So these are very important that you fill out your exit strategy. Where you're like, well, what's an exit strategy? We do a video on it. I show you my targets. Now, it's not financial advice. I'm just being honest with you where my targets are at. Now, my targets may look different. I've been accumulating crypto for quite a while, right? So it's just about building discipline to know when the market's going up, to have a strategy. If you don't have a plan, you're going to come sliding down the back end of the crypto market, okay? Every time I do something, I post a video and I show you guys exactly what I do, okay? Very transparent here. Let's go back. A lot of you guys want access to my portfolio, and I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, but my portfolio, you click here, you come right down here, there's Crypto Discord, you click here and you're gonna see my portfolio. You'll see the dates on here. If my portfolio changes, I show you guys what changed in my portfolio. So I show you guys exactly what I'm invested in. These are all the cryptocurrency I'm invested in. This is based on my initial investment, how much I invested. It's not how much they're worth now, because this chart would be totally skewed, right? So it's basically my biggest holdings in the beginning are XRP, XLM, and VeChain, and now CRO. And so I show you guys exactly what I invested in. Now, all of my cryptocurrencies are fundamental cryptocurrencies. If you may have saw my post this morning that said all exchanges are going to shut down, I do that stuff on purpose because I want people to read further. When people read that headline, they don't fish. They're like, oh, all the exchanges are going to shut down. That was a company in Korea or a top financial advisor in Korea saying that they may shut them down just because they didn't submit paperwork. You know they're going to submit the paperwork. So you got to be careful with news, warriors, because we grab onto something and we make an emotional decision. I'm teaching people to practice by doing my YouTube videos that way, because we make an emotional decision that can completely wreck our portfolio because we're not have the emotional intelligence. That's why the 128 jobs is important. We talk about buying gold and silver. We have different guest speakers, beginner course, moon projects, and then you got to know about crypto taxes, right? So we have a tax advisor. It's not legal advice or anything like that. She's the person who does my taxes. We did a really deep dive Zoom call with her. You have access to her. You have her information if you have any questions. And then I was really nervous this year doing my taxes, but we found this website that is remarkable. Literally, it does, because you have to, if you get added by the IRS, you need to have every transaction to the T, okay? This does it all for you. You click here, it'll do your IRS form for you. So I had 798 crypto transactions last year, and it built it all on my IRS form 8949 for me within minutes. So we make everything simple for you guys. We try to bring all the information to you guys, okay? This is really important. And then I'll get off my soapbox, and I think we have a small group so I can answer a few questions. We have to be out by 10 for another call. But I was sharing with you guys, and I'll just show you this part of the course, Money Mindset, and I want to see you guys. Okay, so why did I lose my money 3 times? Because I have the ability to, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I can make money very easily. But just because you're a hustler, Jim Rohn says you can give $1 million to every single person in society, and guess what? It'll end up right back in the same people's hands. Because if you don't change your poverty mindset, you will always be poor. If you don't change your poverty mindset, you will always be poor. Just because I drop a bunch of money in your hands does not mean you will build wealth or continue to sustain it. If you don't change the behaviors and activities and think like the wealthy, the money will come in and it will just go out. The reason why 85% of the lottery winners go bankrupt, and the reason why most pro athletes end up bankrupt, is because they came up from a impoverished situation and they never changed the mindset. So the actual physical money changed, but the mindset didn't change. Okay, so the subconscious mind programming part of it, literally, I was like, what the hell do I keep losing my money for? I made a ton of money and I lost it again. So I was like, you guys know how I operate. I went deep. I'm like, what do I need to change? So I started saying, I'm so happy and grateful for the money that comes to me, increasing quantities, multiple sources, on a continuous basis, subconscious mind programming every single night. And so I've been teaching my kids abundance. How I speak to my kids is abundant. So I had to change my brain at the same time I was changing their brain as they're growing up. And now I'm so happy and grateful for the money that comes to me in increasing quantities. I have multiple sources of income increasing on a daily basis. Warriors, it just takes time. It just takes time. So remember, 1.5 years ago, I had lost all my money again, negative money in my account, and now we're heading to a 7-figure portfolio, 7-figure business. You can do this. It's completely unrealistic in the world's eyes for me to be here right now. The difference between me and other people is all the things I'm showing you. The activities, the discipline, the turning away from things that are frivolous, asking myself, do I need this or do I want this? Now, yeah, I lived pretty below my means for quite a long time. But now, warriors, I have zero money worries. And you can do that too. I just want to share with you guys. I'm going to teach you guys how to get out of that just over broke mindset. Every time you get paid, you should pay yourself first. Don't even think about your bills. When you get paid, if you should learn, practice with $2. I have $2. I'm going to do something with money to multiply it. Then it's $10 and you do something to multiply it. Next thing you know, Warriors, here's how it happened. I lost all my money for the third time. They shut down our business. And I was like, okay, here we go. So I started flipping vacuums, driving Uber. And every time I got that check or I flipped something, I put it into an investment. I doubled it. And then I tripled it. And then I had 10,000. Then I had 20,000. Then I had 30. And all of a sudden, the law of money, you understand it, that in the Bible, it says you're supposed to multiply. You're not supposed to bury your money and hold on to it. You're supposed to multiply your money. And what this does, you become a money machine, a money magnet, and your mind. Now you're going to make mistakes along the way, but I hope you can see this is much different than just a crypto place, right? This is a place to change our frame of mind. I want you guys to get rich. There's enough money for every one of us. There's enough money for every crypto YouTuber to have thousands of followers. There's so much abundance for all of us. And what I get excited seeing, guys and gals, like I get excited seeing you succeed. That's where I get my joy from. I've had the money, I've had the cars, I've had all that stuff. And will I have that stuff in the future? Maybe, who knows? But I have everything I need. If all this went away, I'm still happy. And that's why I want you to go through the 120-day challenge, because that's what got me to this point. I have everything I need already. I have everything I want. And now everything's backwards in the world. So I'm going to stop for just a moment. We have a little bit of time to answer any questions you may have. What questions do you have? Anybody have questions?
Hey, Coach.
Yeah. Marvin.
So, super new to this. Like, I'm not going to lie. I put some money in Dodge a month ago, made some money, right? But I thought like it was like Bitcoin. I'm going to leave it there. And then as I've been learning, I came across you. It's been like that. Everything you said is like little nits and nuggets I've picked up and trying to apply. So, you know, the most important thing I see is the community, the support, because there's a lot of things I can't talk to my friends about because they're not in this space, or, you know what I mean? So it's like, what do I do with this and that? So like I said, I'm really thankful. It's obvious you get what you put in, you know what I mean? And the foundation of our Lord Jesus Christ is the most important thing for me that I see that you have. And I hope from when I went around, I wasn't sure, like maybe we can have like discussions about like our favorite Bible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that'd be great. But yeah, I'm super focused. Like I said, I'm fasting, like eating in a 5-hour window. So there are things like I feel like, you know, I'm gonna go through it. But you know, thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, brother. I love it, man. That's what it's all about. Cause like what I love seeing is stuff like that where you like you know, the Doge thing, right? That's a great example. But it's taking that money. For example, when Doge pumped, I took that and I put it into a fundamental cryptocurrency. And now Doge isn't going to be fundamental in the future because it is going to have utility in the future. What we were learning to do is to be sound. So like, for example, we're trying to put blinders on in our community. So we're not like, So for example, I did that TikTok post this morning. People are freaking out, sending, I love haters. So I'm getting hundreds of messages. What do you mean exchanges are shutting down? I'm like, did you watch the video? Did you watch the That's why I say, none of them watch the video. Everybody watches the first headline of the news, and that's why we get wrecked. I'm telling you, Warriors, that's why you get wrecked, because you watch the first headline and you respond emotionally. When you become aligned, when the market was crashing this week, people are texting me, I wasn't responding because I'm like, the diamond hands, Warriors. You buy when people are fearful, you buy. When people are excited, you sell. It's very simple. That's how the billionaires do it. So I'm teaching you guys how the big money does it. You know, I saw it. I was in banking for 12 years too. I saw it from a banking perspective. The people who were wealthy did not think like the people who were rich. The rich people were always over leveraging credit and broke. They looked like they were rich, but the wealthy people would wait until there was fear in the streets and they would buy. Right. And the rich people, what they would do is they would buy the news. And so I'm going to teach you guys all this stuff. So thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yes. And it is a foundation. And also too, like one thing I'll share with people is, yes, I do have a foundation of God. I follow the life of Jesus as close as possible. I'm on this major warrior journey, but I accept everybody. If someone came up to me and said, at least listen, you know, this is what's very different about me. And I feel like this is how Jesus was. He was very accepting. If someone came and say, I worship the devil, that's your paradigm. I still love you. You have to live that paradigm. If you worship the devil, I'm sure your life isn't going to be too great. So you live that paradigm. We probably won't be great friends, but I still support you and love you where you are, right? And what happens is when you rise to Christ consciousness, and I always say, like, people are afraid to say this type, when you rise to Christ consciousness, you become, the right people will flow to you. So appreciate you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Any other questions or comments or anything? All right, no worries at all. If you have any questions, you have May, you have Johnny, you have me, you have the whole crew in there for any questions at all. I'm just be very transparent with you guys. I get hundreds of messages a day, so I do the best I can to respond. But that's why we built the Warrior Council, so that you guys don't feel lost. We want you guys to feel supported. So plug yourself into the community. I always answer our network questions first before I ever go to social media, because you guys are my main priority. If there's anything you need to see or any feedback, please let us know. Like I said, we're not a perfect academy, but we are working to build the strongest community in the world. If you have any questions, just reach out one-off. We also have a 10 o'clock call coming off if you'd like to jump on, and it's going to be some more senior warriors. And what I'll say is plug yourself into the community, guys. That's how you're going to be really successful. If you don't know a lot about crypto, admit that. Say, hey, listen, guys, I need help. Is there anybody? You'll have people that'll mentor you. You'll have people that, hey, I'll help you out, because the best way to teach or best way to learn is to teach. And we have so many supportive warriors out there. So, another thing that's really exciting coming up, we're going to make an announcement on Monday or Tuesday. So we just launched we're going to be launching, we just launched it in the academy. So you'll see it on the feed. We're going to post it again, but we're doing an in-person seminar coming up. And then if you can't make it to the in-person seminar, we're doing it so that's just for private warriors. So please don't send that link out of here. But we're making an announcement Monday or Tuesday. Kevin and I are going to be doing a meet and greet in a place where it's very cheap to get to, very cheap to stay. Giving hints, there's a lot of fun in the sun, and I think everybody can get there pretty easily. So we're going to roll that out. So it'll be a good time. So we had a lot of people that wanted to come down the academy. So we're going to go somewhere very easy to fly into, very cheap, hint, very fun, can be very dangerous, and sometimes the devil might be there. I'm just kidding, joking.
When? Around what time? Like how far in the future is this?
That'll be July 18th, the weekend of July 18th. So
July 18th. Okay. I'll make sure I'm there. Yeah, I've been pounding through all your videos, man. All of them. I feel like I'm up to date with what you're saying on YouTube, but there's so much more than just that. You get me? You're sharing a lot of what's happening behind the scenes, but if you don't know what you're doing, how to move stuff around, you're gonna miss out. So, like I said, I'm thankful. I thank God a lot, because I wasn't in a good spot a few weeks ago, and now I feel like I'm back in control. So, really, really thankful.
And so one thing I'll leave you guys with is really practice this. This is one thing that changed my life at 35, and I'll let you guys go. Okay. So at 35 years old, I was deep in corporate America. And I had this moment where one of my bosses, now I was making like $250,000 a year. That's good money, right? I had the 535 by BMW. My hair was combed over. I had the suit on every day. I felt I had gone from a drug addict to that. So the story could have been over there. That's a great story, right? And I remember I was sitting across from my boss one day, and he said to me, he goes, you know what? You won the lottery. And he looked at me really weird. And I was like, this is the lottery? Like being stressed out, freaking having anxiety all the time, on conference calls all day, saying shit that we're not even doing, taking overdraft fees from people and loans they can't afford. I was like, this is the lottery? And there was something that shifted inside of me. And I started to say to myself, I'm like, you know what? Excuse my language. I don't give a shit what people think about me anymore. I'm going to do me and what feels right. And I started to speak up for myself, and I started to do what's right. And I'll tell you, it got really uncomfortable for quite a while, because I started to speak my truth. If something didn't feel right, because what they would say to me is that's the way it's always been. I'm like, well, if everybody's jumping off a bridge, and that's the way it's always been, I'm not going to jump off a bridge. And so I started to question everything. That's how I got to this point. I started to question the economic system, how we went to school, why people were poor, why people are just over broke. And so I encourage you to start to find that truth and voice inside of you, and don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Now, another side of that as well is, as you go into the crypto space, be careful with conversations, because you can't convince somebody that crypto is the next thing. You can't. And you have to let them find it through you, right? So people found me through me speaking my truth. That's all it was. And it's like, and does that make sense? And because you're going to get really frustrated. I just want to protect your guys' energy. There's no reason to convince anybody to get into crypto, because they're stuck in this paradigm. And you guys are a small percentage of the population. So, 60% of the population doesn't even know about crypto. So that's another thing that we'll talk about, is that you have 60% of the population, and you're investing in an asset that 60% of the population doesn't know about. Do you realize what happens when they find out? It's called price appreciation. So you have the opportunity. And then another thing, a lot of people say, well, I don't have a lot of money to invest. I didn't either. I started with 100. I started with then 200, then 300, and I was super disciplined. Every time I went, like, for example, if I went to the store, I'm like, I'm going to go buy this coffee. I'm going to actually go home and make my coffee. Little things like that. I'm like, you know what? I need new shoes. I'm like, you know what? I got some old shoes I can put on, and my feet were hurting. Like, is it a necessity? For example, I moved back with my parents. I know that sounds crazy at 44 years old. And that year and a half of sick discipline changed my whole life. Literally changed. I'm gonna get emotional. It changed my whole life. It was just like, okay, you know, I got divorced. It was a disaster in the physical world, but here I was rich. I was like, I moved in with a 1,000 square foot house with my parents. I slept on a floor for a year and a half, and it changed my whole life. So sometimes you have to step back to slingshot forward. So don't be afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid to humble yourself, guys. Sometimes if you have a car payment, maybe you got to get out of that car payment, you know, ride a bike or buy a hoopty for a little while. It's about getting disciplined, because imagine putting 1 year and a half or 2 years of discipline to live financial freedom, right? But most people aren't willing to do that. It's hard. And where that comes from is fear of judgment. I wanted to end with that. It comes with fear of judgment. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's why I'm so ruthless on my social media, because what I say is what I feel. I don't edit my posts. I don't put one up and go, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to offend somebody. That's how I talk. That's how I feel. It's how I talk in the academy. It's how I communicate with people. So why would I change how I am, right? And so try not to fear judgment, right? As you change your new lifestyle, but think about how amazing it feels to have freedom. It is the best feeling in the world. I have a 5-year-old son. I can leave whenever I want to. I don't have to ask anybody to go pick up my son. I can go grab my kids when I want. You know, I can take this laptop. I can be in Jamaica doing this right now. I can go anywhere I want. Kev's in California right now enjoying himself with his son. Like, we can go. And so freedom does exist, warriors. So I love you guys very, very much. I appreciate you. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. As we always say, warriors.
Come join us in the other call.
Yes, thank you, Micah. What's up? I didn't even see you there. Micah's a warrior, man. She's been with us for a long time. Thank you, Micah. Yeah,
hey guys.
Michael.
What's up, JV? Warriors?
I love it. All right, guys.
I love you guys. I love you. I absolutely love you guys. I'm going to do whatever I can to come there in September. I want to. I don't know where I'm going to get this $1,000, but I'm going to find a way. I just made a sale just now, a live sale. So I'm going to do whatever I can. I really want to be part of that VIP program.
You will be. So we're heading over to the other call right now. Love you guys. Appreciate